Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And everybody, okay, I want to hear everybody so that you are not muted. Okay? Just do it that we all be together. Okay? And we'll do that 3 more times. Again, inhale. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo.
Angare name,
God
Gadgare name, Satgare name, Sri Gurudeve name, Adgare name, Gadgare name, Satgare name, Sri Gurudeve name, Adgare name, Gadgare name, Satgare name, Sri Gurudeve name.
That's it. Long deep breath, heart breath. Okay. So today, again, we will do the first minute for heart. What do we call that? Jumping? You remember that? Okay. And then the next 2 minutes are about, wait a minute, it's about the title, actually, the title called How We Learn to Be Brave. Okay. Now, this I asked if Baba Siri Chand, and he said, yes, that's what we're supposed to do. we should learn to be brave. And I'm going to tell you about this is a book from a woman. She's thin and gray hair, and she is the bishop for the bishop of Cathedral in Washington, D.C. If you saw that in the inaugural from Trump, how she really talked straight to Trump. Can you believe that? Isn't that, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, first of all, we're going to be doing the jumping part, and then two other.
Oh, no, you were right. Could we make it 3 minutes? I would like a little more time to
Oh,
settle in and hear the message from Baba. I feel like the last couple of weeks I've wanted a little more time to listen.
oh, well, good. That was great. I'm so glad you said that. Okay, so now, breathe and begin the jumping heart breath and begin. Inhale and continue to breathe. And remember, this is from Baba Siri Chand. Okay? Continue about being brave and begin. And begin. Good. Okay, so sweetie, Jokian David, we have um, a new kind of operation here. So Japa Saraswati, would you talk about that? About
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah, so we've been doing heart pumping, which is breath of fire and heart breath fused together. And um, we just did that for 1 minute. And then um, we listened to Baba Siri Chand for 3 minutes on bravery, on how to be brave.
good. And then also, this would be fine for today, but after this, we have found that people, if if they didn't have, if they didn't. So,
If they missed the cue, then they're angels today because it's hard to explain these things over and over.
mhm. Did you get that joke, Gian Devi? Are you there?
She's muted.
Okay. Can you mute yourself?
I
Oh,
unmuted myself.
okay.
Yes, I got you. I heard it. And I did miss the cues, so I understand.
Okay. Good. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
So here we go. How about Gian Das Prem?
Wow. So for me, for Baba Siri Chand, who is very powerful, right?
Mhm,
So as a human being, we are too, right? I think that this is sort of moving forward, the fear, right? Where we face our fear, we sort of ride it, and then we bring it to another place where we're sort of controlling it. And I was seeing Baba moving his hands really quickly
mhm,
and just asking me to witness the truth that I feel is my knowing, and know the day is here from the heart, knowing the heart and its willingness to be a part, and making time for ourselves and coming together is important for that. Like our prayers are really important. And we do a lot of that with our hands and the healing through the hands. And yeah, it's, our hands come together, but I've been seeing, the hands on the head, like from one generation to another, sharing down through the ages.
mhm,
And yeah, there's some clapping going on. There's some snapping of the fingers, satanama and whatnot. But most importantly, noticing our heart, like how powerful our heart is in that way that we sort of have some sort of regulation, but at the same time, it's just that ether, that ever powerful source, right? That source of light that we were able to be in that Waheguru. Yeah. Really quick, just that's the spinning too, and like learning to stretch ourselves a little bit if we can, and if we are becoming older here. So we notice that our movements may be a little bit slower, but we still have a direction that we're going in. And when we move forward with our heart, um, that's going to, help build our healing for ourselves and for others. Yeah. Waheguru. Waheguru. Thank you so much.
okay. Thank you, dear. Okay. So, Aagia Pal.
Oh, yes, ma'am. This was amazing. I felt from Baba the sense that I found my tribe, and he really emphasized that you found your tribe, and you can unleash your power to defend, and you are part of this. Um, you're a part of this tribe. And then I saw, when I was a little one, I used to watch Cowboys and Indians all the time on TV. And the little ones were called Braves.
Mhm,
The little one. And what he was saying is, you are a little brave right now, and you are going to grow um once you um get rid of this trance that everything is your responsibility, everything is up to you. There's definitely a trance that came up, And what I recognize, well, this was like in a split second, that all my life I've been able to follow that trance, and been successful and never really. Excuse
Aagia
me.
Pal,
Yeah.
can you tell people what trance means?
Oh, well, that's a good question. This trance. Well, it's like, for me, it's like a subconscious template that like even a paradigm. It's subconscious though, because I mean, it doesn't come to my conscious awareness that this is what I'm doing or this is how I believe, So a trance can is usually, I think, below our conscious awareness, but and at the same time, it has everything to do with what how we are in the world. And so yeah, so that's trance. And so the belief system that came in that trance for me was everything's up to me, no problem. Okay, yeah, thanks, guru, thanks, God, I know you're with me. And then I move on, right? And so then Baba says, you have a third eye. He says, now you're becoming braver and you must develop a third ear. I'm like, what? So I have to develop a third ear. And I said, well, for what? And he said, because there is I am streaming constantly now. You're included, your tribe is included. I'm streaming the truth to you. And this is something that is very important to listen to be totally saying, okay, open the door, open the gates for this. It's of course up to me to open the gate in this third ear. And which I said, okay, to. And once I did this in this 3 minutes, thank you, Japa Saraswati. I needed that time too. I recognize that to become brave, I mean, really brave, like real courage, real strength, real, all of that. This third ear has to be open, has to be aware of what Baba Siri Chand is streaming, and or what Guru is streaming through Baba Siri Chand and so forth. But and this is my source of strength. This is my source of strength. So soul and I are a partnership that will be and is constantly strengthened by my willingness, my openness, my gratitude to listen to Baba Siri Chand, and to the hard stuff to listen to, and the hard stuff that gives me the willies and chills and brings up like past karmas and fears. Listen to everything. Listen, and then listen to the hope for each passing minute of each day. So so this is a tremendous shift for me, and also a shift in awareness, and wow, I think I just said a lot. So I think that's it for now. But thank you for listening.
Wonderful. Thank you, dear. because this is really the time. We are the really time. We can't think or believe like all that we have seen everything. But now this is true. Find our true. And that's from Baba Siri Chand.
And this is the apocalypse. In other words, as apocalypse means unveiling. So he said to me, this is the apocalypse. This is unveiling. The truth is being unveiled. And this is why you need the strength and the bravery from him and this dimension of where he is.
Mhm. Good. Well, I'm writing everything.
Whew. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. This is it. And it's right for apocalypse, but it's also the Aquarian age, the change.
Of course.
Right.
We vibrate the cosmos, and the cosmos will clear our path for us.
You got it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what Baba Siri Chand, that's what Yogi Bhajan said.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was true. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Ved Bachan,
Satnam.
got down.
Right away, Baba was just like pointing to my heart to hold it and really focusing on the breath there and just saying, as you slow your breath and listen from this deep place of the heart, the words come, the messages come, and anything that needs to be said comes from here. And he was showing me just in terms of like when sitting or standing, like keeping like staying tall in my somatic position, but also wide in the sense of like feeling the support that's all around, and particularly like staying with my breath, every inhale, breathing all the way down from the core of Mother Earth and breathing her into the heart. And he also is just sharing to continue to soften and relaxing any defensiveness or like armoring that comes up, just holding it and being there with it. And oh yeah, just tending, like moment to moment, tending to my own heart. And that allows me to be in tenderness in presence with others, whether that's animals, plants, or people. So yeah, that was it. It was simple.
But wasn't it lovely?
Yeah, it was beautiful. Thank you.
And it's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. And were you also talking about the environment or not? Oh, when you were talking about people, animals?
Yeah, and the land too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Thank you, dear.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Harimandir. Are you there? Oh, can you unmute yourself? Harimandir, are you there? Oh, there you are.
It's difficult to figure out how to unmute.
Oh, okay.
I love the information about Baba Siri Chand streaming constantly at this point. It's a very comforting comforting to hear. And I'm getting on lots of places tending one's own heart because, as Dave Budgeon said, then you are present. You can be present and have the right words for others. And so this is a time when finding the right words and how do I say it? Well, the streaming is becomes our intuition, and the intuition following what we hear, what we see with the third ear and the third eye. And then things magically, synchronistically happen or appear, or it works. So that's how I'm experiencing life right now. That's it.
That's wonderful. Thank you, dear. Oh, now also, I don't see Gian Devi. And did I not tell her that to continue?
I don't see her either. I don't know what has happened.
Maybe I told her that wasn't, anyway.
This is Harimandir. I rely on people like Sahej and Jyotian Devi, as well as everyone else on these, whether or not they are a little late, or whether or not at the beginning I don't feel like I'm ready to talk, but by the end, information comes. It's part of the. So I would not like to put roadblocks in people's way, no matter when they come. And one of the things that I was urged to do is send a note to Jyotian Devi saying, "Oh, please come, we need you."
Yes. Okay, let's do
And
that.
I did do that, and that's why she came on. So
she's on it now?
No, when she was on. That's why she joined.
Oh.
So that was my message.
Well, can you go to her now?
Why don't we just go on? I just wanted to say whenever someone comes on, it's the right time, because now they have come on. So
okay, well,
I don't want to scold them.
But people are, if they are,
I don't find it has been a problem to
Oh.
just give people, when they come on, what the message is. I haven't felt that's been a problem for me, and I've been always glad that they are here.
Yes, we are glad to have their, yeah, I know that.
And I'm glad to hear what they say, whether it takes them a while to listen before they're ready to speak.
Well, that's good. But then that gives us not time for the rest of us. Okay? Okay, but we really do want everybody. And Sahej is an angel today, and we would love to see her if she would like to. Okay, so Sahej, if you want to be here, we would love to have you.
She
Okay.
may be sleepy.
Okay. Okay, so Japa Saraswati.
My message showed me at first all of the brave things that I've done in my life. Maybe not all of them, but kind of like a little slideshow of some really badass moments that I had that I didn't really think in myself. You know, like I think of myself as somebody who's kind of mild mannered and into meditation, and then sometimes I just surprise myself by um by how brave I am or how badass I am, that you know, I don't really think of myself like that. But Bubba showed me this impressive little little photo album of things, and I wondered how I got myself into all of those situations. And and what I saw was that it was just one step at a time, that it was built on practice, and that it was yeah, that it was sequential, you know. And so it reminded me to, in these times, um stay loyal and faithful to my practice. um and what I saw was, like within my practice, I remind myself that discomfort is good, but pain is the body's sign to back off, and that discomfort is what happens when we are in a growth place. Whereas pain is like our body's way of saying, no, you're pushing too hard, you're going too far, you know, this is not working for you right now. Um, and to stop doing it. And so what what he reminded me of was that place of balance, of really fine tuning um, what it is, because well, what he reminded me is that I want to be brave all the time, you know, like, because, or I think I have to be brave all the time. And what he really kind of said was that it's a marathon and not a sprint, and you don't need to win every fight, and discretion is the better part of valor. And, you know, conserve your energy, do right use of energy, so that, you know, you can survive in the long run. Was sort of the picture of it, is that it was about, yeah, about shepherding my energy in really, I felt also loving ways, like I feel like that I found a picture of myself from when I was a pilot and I was so young and baby faced. I still had baby fat on my face, it looks like to me. And it um and and I think of that. I saw in myself that I was trying to be so tough because what I was doing was so hard and out of my element that I was trying to put on this really brave face in so many ways. And then I felt like a marshmallow on the inside. And I guess the I wasn't that nice to myself at that time. I was really sort of ramming myself into um, some shape that wasn't me. And I wasn't very kind to myself. Um, yeah, I was even holding a cigarette in the picture, like, ew. Um, it was, oh, what I'm reminded of though from it is to be kind to the self and to be gentle with the self and not not to be too brave, back off when it's really time to back off. And even well before it's time to back off, that was my message.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess also though to stay in practice, I said that before, but it was about, carrying forward to stay in practice because that really helps with the discernment. And I don't know if this makes any sense, but I kept on seeing the posture Ardachandrasana, which is half moon. And it always reminds me of Baba Siri Chand because they've both got the Chand in there. And this posture is, if you're doing it Bikram style, your hands are above your head, sort of in a Venus lock, and you make a banana shape with yourself. And it's like a half moon. You make a C curve this way and that way, and it really lengthens and strengthens the side body and the obliques. And but then if you're doing it in um, a more Ashtanga based practice, Ardachandrasana is half moon where you're balancing on one leg and then your other arm is kind of down. You're making quite a shape. Anyway, and then I kept seeing Baba Siddhi Chand and in this posture, and I asked him why. And the farthest I got with it is that it's about lengthening the side body and being nimble. Is that I got that this is part of like our body armor. I don't know how this really makes sense, but this is what I got is that it's that side body that's part of our bravery.
Mm. Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
oh, I know I'm getting more of it because that um that third chakra is really responsible for self-confidence. So, like, I had one yoga teacher who would kind of kill us with crunches, and I had great abs when I was in her practice, and it was like it was really something. But I noticed it wasn't. There was more. I had a lot more. I want to say it was confidence in I felt like I could, how do I say it? I felt like my movements were very graceful, because I had a really strong, secure abdominal girdle, and and I think that really did make me a lot more confident in the way that I moved, like stepping around. And I guess that's probably why Bubba was recommending that posture.
Mm-hmm. How interesting. So listen, can you put that on your on our Zoom thing?
The posture.
Yes, please.
Yeah, yeah. I'll do it. I'll demonstrate it. Or maybe I can find a, yeah, it'll be easier if I demonstrate it, but I'm sitting with the cat in my lap. Hold on.
Oh, okay,
Hey, the cat has to get out of my lap. Come on,
okay.
Cosmo. Um,
And by the way, the word Chand, like Baba Siri Chand, Chand means moon.
mm,
Mhm.
okay. Can you guys see me? Oh, yes.
Yes.
Hi, guys. All right. Let's see. We'll do it like this. Okay, so this is the one where you're like going banana from side to side. This is like the Bikram way that you would do it. And you really engage all of these. And then this is the one that like I really love this pose. But sorry, I'm not really
You hold it.
like this.
Ah,
Yeah, this is Ardachandrasana. And then this is hanging half moon, which I kept on seeing.
so you were bending at your knee, right?
Yes. Yeah. You just so I would and what it really is engaging is the long line of the obliques and through the back. It's really strengthening and elongating this. And I just keep on seeing that for confidence. Does that make sense? I
Yeah,
guess.
that sounds good. Do it
Yeah.
again. Would you do it again?
Again, this one. So the feet are together for this. And then for this one, the toes are pointed in the direction of the head. So my hand is not on the floor, but you can put your hand on the floor or a block. And then this is Chapasana. I really love my practice so much. Thank you for letting me share it with you guys today.
Yeah. And when you do that, have you changed sides?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, do you want to see it on the other side or I don't need to take up your time to show you it on the other side.
Okay. And how long, for instance? How
As
long?
lot well, it's that takes a lot of work, so I think the banana posture is where you would want to begin and really start to stretch in there and feel those roots growing down through the feet and then work your way into, the more elaborate poses because that took me decades, decades and decades.
Okay. And
Um,
so how do you start?
how do you start?
Yeah.
You start, well, you start by grounding down through your foot and you want to really ground down and you want to, I like to keep my gaze just about a foot and a half in front of my feet. And you want to really make sure that you are square and extended before you lift up. You really want to have that full engagement through the leg. And I feel that root sending up. That's the part about the moon is the inverse relationship with the sun. The moon is reflecting sunlight. And in this posture, you really have to ground down very equally before you can extend up. It's a complete um yeah, it's a complete balance. And that's the balance part of it. It's so that's I feel like that's the part of the bravery that Baba was getting at.
Mhm.
Um yeah, is that balance like with me to remember not to not to go fighting every fight. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that.
Mhm.
Conserve my energy, find that balance.
Good. Okay. Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
And Japa Saraswati, would you please send a message with everyone about we really want everybody for your messages from Baba Siri Chand, and please come before, let's see, by the, mm, by the, are you Japa Saraswati? I think you,
Yes.
yes, is that right? What I couldn't tell you, but what you said, but
Um,
helping people to be there before you start the meditation.
so people who arrive before you do the cue are sharing, and people who arrive after are angels. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Or are you saying more like, because I miss the people who are late as well. I understand. I'm of two hearts because I understand, you know, that sometimes like my scheduling is really hard, and also it's different time zones, and I really love to hear from everybody, even if they're on time or not. And then on the other hand, I understand that we want to be polite to everybody who has come, and that, you know, that some people can use tardiness abusively, and that not that anybody here necessarily is, just that's something to be aware of. Um,
Can
and
I
so,
interject a little bit of something, not to interrupt
yes,
you?
please.
I'm being brave right now. And
Yay.
and I would like to offer, if people want this, um offer my service, a suggestion that hopefully, I can make all these meetings, but when we get the message like today about being brave, I wonder if it would be okay to put that in the chat,
It
so that
is.
if somebody, okay, so if somebody comes in late, then what they do is they go to the chat and they see the
Mm-hmm.
message and they sit with it. And then,
Yes.
as Harimandir said, like at the end, they may have something to share. Anyway, that's just my.
I love that. I love
Thank
that.
you.
And you know what? We have the fancy Zoom account. I have the fancy upgraded features, which
Okay.
means that we have the chat in here is continuous.
Okay.
And I want people to know this because you can scroll up and see all of the notes from all of the past meetings,
Cool.
in case for your records. But then that way, if we make the policy that we'll just put it in the chat, then
Yeah,
anybody who's late knows that they can look in the chat for the
exactly.
queue.
And you don't have to repeat yourself and
That's
interrupt. And
great.
That's wonderful.
I
Thank you,
love this group
everybody.
problem solving together.
This is good. Very good. Thank you all. That's wonderful. So now we actually have a few more minutes. Does somebody else want to talk together? Oh, come on. Oh, maybe that has to do with becoming one as we coming together, finding out together what's happening. Do you think?
Yeah,
From Baba
I
Siri
do.
Chand. Mhm. Okay. Well, that's cool. Okay. And I am going to talk to Gian Das no, from Gian Devi
Do you have
about,
her phone number?
well, I don't
Can
think,
can I text it to you? I'm gonna text you her contact info. I have to find my phone though. I put it someplace and I don't know where.
okay, okay, that'll be great.
Yeah, I'll text that to you as soon as I find my phone.
Are you gonna just explain this to people or what?
What
Yeah,
if we make up a well, I want to make two things. Can we talk? I would like to stop the recording and chat about things for a minute. Can we do that?
Sure.
okay for me.
All right.